I am Cornelia Smeal, and this is my son John. He was born with autism. After he was diagnosed, he developed a lot of other issues like schizophrenia and OCD and paranoia and a few other things, and so that made it really hard. I was a single mom and I had quite a few children at home still, and I couldn't care for John, and John was getting pretty violent with me. It was just not sustainable anymore.
That's when it got really bad at home because he had no structure, he had no programming, he had no education, he had no supports, no services. He was on the waiting list to get housing, but the waiting list was very long and there was no housing spots for John in Peel. My mom was fearing for her life. We had a door installed to help her protect herself, to run into a safe space if John was attacking her. That's when John finally was bumped up the waiting list and he was given a spot.
I'm very happy for the group home because I feel like John has a community there. I think that is very important because I think people with disabilities sometimes become very isolated.
My name is John R. Smeal. I live in a group home. I actually really love my group home. I do my music therapy on Wednesdays and I play ukulele. I like going for walks, definitely. Being healthy, being motivated to walk, less junk food.
Over time, I was not scared anymore of being with my brother. He was emotionally stable. He was a happier person. Like I said, I can't emphasize how much his quality of life improved tremendously, and with that, his relationships with his family members.
So because community living doesn't have enough funding, they had to sell the house where John had been living for quite a while. He's comfortable, he's familiar with that house.
If the group living service gets shut down, then I see dire consequences for not just my brother, not just my family, but for society at large. Because where are those people going to go? Are they going to end up on the street? Are they going to end up in the hospitals, which our hospital system clearly is already not capable of supporting people as it is? Are they going to end up in long-term care, where we are hoping to have seniors have a decent quality of life? Where are they going to end up? There really isn't that many options. If he loses community living, and if things continue to dwindle, my mom is 77, and we won't have her here forever. She's not capable of taking care of John anymore. And my siblings and I, we can't do it either. We don't have the expertise. We don't have the resources. We all have jobs. We all have lives. We all have family to take care of. What we're asking for and what we need is for the funding to match with the rising cost of living. There has been so little increase in funding for the past number of 30 years. Because of that, those in this sector are not going to get their needs met. They're not going to get the individualized professional care they need. And it's not good for those living in care, but it's also really bad for the workers because they're going to be burnt out and they need to be properly cared for as well. We want John and people like John to have a good quality of life like every single person deserves.